liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Sisson. Zumwalt.
Here.
Darrow.
Here.
Huffman.
Here.
Hughes.
Here.
Garcia.
Here.
Holloway.
Here.
Kellenberger.
Here.
All right, we have a quorum. First thing I wanted to bring up is next meeting, I will not be able to be in attendance. I will be attending the Illinois Municipal League training up north in Chicago, so I'll be networking and learning more about city government and bettering myself. And in the short term, I have nominated Dwayne Garrell to fill my spot while I'm gone, if you guys approve him here in a moment. So I just wanted the public to be aware of that. Next year, the public's probably noticed our street department's been hard at work working on sidewalks. I just heard they've done 700 feet of sidewalk in the last month, and I've had a lot of positive feedback on that from the public. So our street crew's doing a great job on the sidewalks, and I was talking to Bill Greider earlier. There's a list, if any public is interested in getting on that list, with a grading system, and you can get on that list, okay?
I'm sorry, Jake, you can get on the list. If you don't have a sidewalk, you can get on the list to get a sidewalk?
Bill, you wanna fill in?
Yeah, so how that works, we work off a priority list. The state of Illinois had put out some guidelines years ago, and the priority list, works off of, major streets like, or connecting streets or arterial streets that get more traffic. And that works with the sidewalks too. If the sidewalk, such as State Street, that gets a lot of traffic by foot, Union Street gets a lot of traffic by foot. Of course, then we'll have higher priorities than the sidewalk, say, down on, Pueblo or something where hardly ever get used. And also, if anyone in the area, that, is handicap or something like that that needs, wheelchair use, that also scores priority points. So, there's a guideline that we go through and we grade them, as we put them on the list, we grade them, either one, it's the most priority, or two, or a three. And that's kinda how we go by to get them done.
And they contact you for that, Bill?
Typically, yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Thanks for the clarification and the question. Next up, I just want to give everyone their month warning. The fall cleanup is scheduled to start October 6th, Monday, October 6th, 2025. More to come on that. Just wanted you all to mark your calendars for the citywide cleanup in fall. And Chief Pinnock had some exciting news with the fire department.
So, if everybody remembers, like in 2020, we got our burn facility that currently sets out the city burn pile. We've secured the funding, we're gonna move it out by the west side fire station, so we have better access to it, and it's, NFPA 1410 compliant, for a training facility, and we'll be able to do some more training there. So it's gonna be across the street from the drive of the west side station, out in the, west side industrial park, that's currently being, mowed for hay, so it'll be between the fire department and the bus place, just the corner right there. The street department's agreed to do the work for cheap, and we have the money budgeted for rock this year, so we're gonna put a rock lot there and move the facility out there for better access, so.
Great, I'm glad to hear that. And was it,
Is that truck thing that's sitting out there?
The can, yeah, yep.
Okay.
the container out there? Yep, correct.
Yep.
Any other questions from the floor or comments?
Just wanted to ask real quick, I know a few citizens have asked me a little bit about, maybe what's been going on just a little bit with the water. There's been a funny taste in it. I know my McDonald's food tasted funny one day for certain. So just wanted to know if you guys could speak about what's been happening and kind of maybe address that a little bit.
Yeah, perfect. I'm glad you asked. Ray, would you want to fill in?
Yes. One of the chemicals that we add to the water is called potassium permanganate. It's a strong oxidizer. We use it as a precursor. It removes oxidizes a lot of organics in the raw water that come in from the lake, iron, manganese, and so forth. And not long ago, we buy a product made right here in the United States, and I specify that every year when we do our bids. And Karis Manufacturing, they're one of the world's largest. They're manufacturing facility had a fire, extensive fire. So the only product they had was what was in their warehouses in various areas, so obviously the commodity, the price went high, and it's hard for everybody to maintain their bid price. So a lot of distributors, including our supplier, was buying an imported product, and selling that because they could then meet their bid price. So for a period of time, we actually fed, well, I'll call it lower quality product, you know, and unbeknownst to us, over a period of time, this crystallized and started slowly plugging our 3/4 inch Schedule A feed lines. And it was so gradual, at first it wasn't even noticeable. The odd thing about this time was that we only received like 3 calls at the plant, because we log in whenever we get case order complaints, and they were like kinda up north. But City Hall and others were getting calls, but nobody was notifying us of it, you know. When I got to look at the numbers, and I thought, well, this just doesn't look right, and we started tracing the issue, we discovered, yeah, it's definitely, we're not feeding enough of this. So we actually went out looking, got a couple of 100-foot 3/4 inch ID garden hoses, and we're going directly from the permanganate room, ran it through the building, we're feeding it into the raw water. Our numbers immediately went up. Gradually over town, my wife, well, you know, works at Maverick, and she said last Thursday, Friday, about everybody she served sweet iced tea to wanted to exchange it for a soda. By Sunday and then all this week, it's fine, it's worked its way through the west side. We're still having some areas where there's not a lot of circulation, not a lot of use in those areas, so the water's still a little stagnant. It's gonna take a little longer, for those areas to work out. And strangely enough, the village of Butler actually didn't call till Tuesday, so they didn't get it till later also, and it's a direct line out of the plant where you would think it would just go immediately to them. So, but, yeah, the temporary fix is working. We worked with, Adam, as city administrator right now, and he approved us, we bought more Schedule A plastic, we approved the overtime. My guys are in the process of just replacing all that. Adam and I had a conversation yesterday, we wanna put in a redundant second line, once we get the first line up and running, so that if we ever have an issue like this in the future, which we hope not, so we'll have some redundancy, and we can just switch from one line to another, and it's already in place.
But it is safe to drink and.
It's always been safe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a taster and odor, and taste and odors are what's considered secondary, standards. They're basically non-enforceable, and they're not anything. As long as you're meeting the primary standards that make the water safe to drink, then technically the water can look bad and taste bad.
It does.
You still don't want that, so, yeah.
No, Ray, I called City Hall because, my house was one of the ones that, smelled very bad. Anyway, one of the girls, they told me that was because they were informed that it was due to the lake turning over.
That was an
why.
assumption that was made because normally about this time of the year, the lake does turn over, and that is something that happens. And usually it's just fixed by adjusting the inlet, height of the water into the plant. So that's what was assumed was happening. Nobody was ever told that. So it was from years past, that's what happens this time of year, and the girls assumed that. We got her straight, got a press release out as soon as we could, but, just the way it goes.
Thanks for the explanation.
Thank you Adam, for the clarification.
Yep.
Thank you, Ray.
Perfect. Well, that's it for the city report. Did anyone sign up for public participation? No public participation. Next on the list, I need a motion to approve Dwayne Garrow as mayor pro tem.
So moved.
I'll take Josh and Kellenberger, Alderperson Hughes and Alderperson Kellenberger with second. Any discussion on that? Dwayne, you wanna leave the room real quick? I'm just kidding. All right, I think we're all in agreement here. Can I get a roll call, please?
Well, I guess, Darrell, you're first on the list to vote.
Should I say yes or no, or abstain?
I guess you can abstain.
He abstains, gotcha.
Abstain, okay, Holloway,
Yes.
Zumwalt, Hughes,
Aye.
Garcia,
Aye.
Huffman, Kellenberger,
Aye.
Sisson.
By the way, I want to tell everybody, thank you. The money I gave you was just fine.
Well, thank you, Dwayne. I think you do a great job. All right, next up, we'll need a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes from the August 21st, 2025 meeting. Can I get a motion to that effect? Make a motion then? Dwayne made a motion, can I get a second? Second from Alderperson Sisson. Any corrections or additions to the minutes?
I have a question.
Mhm.
There's two places that the mayor broke a tie vote, and I just wondered if that should be stated. I know your name's listed, but should it be stated in the minutes that a tie was,
I mean, I checked with Dawn, she said it didn't have to be, but do you? I
I'm
mean,
just asking.
I think that technically you just need the eyes and the nose to
Okay,
reflect how
that's
it broke down.
I just wanted to make sure, thank you.
No, good question. Any further questions? Roll call, please.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman. Kellenberger. Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes.
Motion carries. Next, I'll need a motion to approve the expenditure report and payroll report for the current period, please. All right, we have a motion from Alderperson Garcia. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Garrell seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
All right, motion passes. Next, new business, we have a discussion item, for the project and grant update with Milano and Gremlo Engineering. Would you mind giving us that update, please?
I would love to. EDB TARP project, that is on Skyview Drive, that bid opening is September 9th. Probably gonna be looking at construction possibly next spring, it's all gonna depend upon the contractor who gets it, how busy he is, and what the weather looks like this fall. So that is currently set up to have one lane traffic around there, so they're gonna replace one lane, and then they're gonna do the other one and keep traffic one way. September 9th, bid opening, so at your next meeting, you'll have those bids to approve. Safe Routes to School, let's say the grant that you have, that bid opening will be first quarter next year for spring construction. Plans are almost done and they'll be at IDOT. Long lead time was the environmental, which is complete, so that is moving along. On the OSLAD grant, we're working with Bill and, I apologize, I don't remember your name. Thank you, Heather. Heather, on that OSLAD grant, which is new camping and a bathhouse out by the lake. That is probably gonna be bid out in the next 30 to 60 days, once we get everything ironed out with the city and get the plans complete. Rippey is closed. There's a lot of hoops to go through and everything to get that finalized, but the Rippey is done. And that project is complete. It'll probably be monitored by DCO, but everything should be fine. Your public infrastructure grant, PI for 1.5 million, that'll be bid out in the next 30 to 60 days. Water main replacement project, which, the city's putting in 300,000 on that, and you got $1,499,999. I don't know why they didn't give you 1.5, but regardless, you got a $1.5 million grant, which will go a long way. I don't think there's been any updates on the brick. The RDMS grant, Gary is doing a great job pulling them through on that. I think they're having some delivery issues and material issues, but Gary's taking care of that project. Really nothing on TIF, I'll probably remove that. The Unsewered Communities grant, you received $30,000 for planning. We're working with Bill on that to serve unsewered areas on the east side of town. The NOFO for construction is expected to be out late summer, early fall. They didn't say 25 or 26, I'm kidding when I say that, it is supposed to be this year. So there is the possibility of going in for construction on that. If the NOFO stays the way it was, that could be 100% grant money, but you can apply for up to $5 million on those. And previously they were doing $20 million a year, so you're probably dependent on the size of the project, looking at 4 to 6 applications, so that will be very competitive. Energy efficiency grant, you got your first grant for, I think it was 98,000. That is being used to pay design engineering for the water project. The next energy transition grant, which I think is year 3, so there'll be 2 more of those coming up in 26 and 27. You made it past the first round. I think the plan is to pay engineering on the OSLAD grant for that, so that's free money from the state. RDMS, no updates on that. There was rumors that there'd be another NOFO on that, but I've not heard anything. Sally Street, working with Bill on that. That is your STU money. That'll probably be out next year. The energy transition I mentioned. And DCO grants, like the 1.5 million you got for the water main replacement, those I wanna say are annually, but the NOFA was not out for that this year. I think there's some, I might get into politics, there's some issues there that are being worked through, but if that NOFA does come out, I've been talking with Bill, you can replace water main with that, line sewers, replace sewers or your storm sewer, so that is 100% grant funded as long as you stay within your budget, so it's a good way to do infrastructure improvements. I'm pretty fast sometimes, sorry.
No, you're good. Any questions from the floor?
You said Sally Street sidewalk next year?
Yep. The problem with federal funding is the environmental process on that is a minimum of 1 year. That's just the way the state works. So.
Perfect. All right, hey, thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
All right, next up here, Alderperson Garrell, please.
I make a motion to approve a resolution, a financial commitment for the Illinois Safety Route to School Grant Program Cycle
2025. I know what you're saying. Got a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garrell. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Sisson seconds. Any discussion about that Safe Routes program we talked about previously in the meeting? Roll call, please.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Hughes. Huffman.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Alderperson Zumwalt, please.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance implementing a municipal grocery retailer's occupation tax and a municipal grocery service occupation tax for the city of Litchfield.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Zumwalt. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Huffman seconds. The floor is now open for discussion. And I don't know if you want to give a summary of what this is, Adam, pretty much?
This is so the state of Illinois, eliminated the grocery tax, with the ability for the municipalities to reinstate it. We have to do it by October 1st, in order to keep that money. That money is, included in the budget, so, if we do not, approve this, we have to figure out where we're going to pull, $200-ish thousand from the budget.
It's already in the budget
It's already in the
now.
budget,
It
yeah.
has been for a while, so we're not actually adding it, we're just keeping it.
The tax is already in place, this is just keeping it going.
So we're not adding a percent
We're
to
not adding-
anything, it's
no.
just keeping it the way it is. I wanna make sure everybody
But that was clear.
Correct.
Yeah, valid point.
understands that.
And the timing of it is we have until October 1st to implement it, so that's why we're at this meeting, presenting it. And one thing I want to let you all know is I did a mayor's meeting, a month ago, and that's what put it back on my radar. I was talking to the Hillsborough mayor and several other mayors, and they've already, passed this for their local cities. Just wanting you all to know that as well.
So all the other cities are passing it.
In Montgomery County, I've talked to Hillsborough, Nokomis, and Raymond.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Hughes.
Nay.
Holloway.
Nay.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Next up, Alderperson Hughes.
I make a motion to accept the proposal from Mike Claves for the fall and holiday beautification for an amount not to exceed $14,825.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Hughes. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Garrell had his hand up first. I'll take his second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Motion carries. Alderperson Hughes.
I make a motion to authorize Spears Title Company to perform closing services for 35 Timber Ridge Drive in the Eagle Ridge subdivision for an amount not to exceed $753.
We have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Hughes. Can I get a second, please? All right, Alderperson Holloway seconds. The floor is open for discussion, and I will say the reason for a $750 expenditure on here is because I'm affiliated with Spears Title Company. That's why it's on the agenda for approval, full disclosure. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Garrell.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Garcia,
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Nay.
All right, motion carries. Alderperson Holloway.
I make a motion to accept a bid from Victory Lane Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for a 2024 Dodge Durango police vehicle for an amount not to exceed $45,165.
I have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Holloway. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Garcia seconds. Any discussion on that vehicle?
I see it's a 2024, is it a new one, or?
Yes, yeah, it's new, it's on the lot, so it's ready for immediate
But
delivery.
it's new, it's not a
Yep.
used one.
New car, just, last year's model, but it's sitting on a lot waiting for us, so.
Is this the ordinance officer? Was this the ordinance officer?
This would be the additional officer, yeah, because of the ordinance position, so.
Does that include, that price include the painting of the car and putting the?
It doesn't include the upfit for police equipment, these are, now they make them where they're prepared for that install, so there's some savings there, but we'll still have to put the police equipment in it and stripe it. That's just a separate fee, there's some dealerships that do it, this is just not one that does.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Garcia,
Aye.
Kellenberger,
Aye.
Darrow,
Aye.
Zumwalt,
Aye.
Huffman,
Aye.
Hughes,
Aye.
Holloway,
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Alderperson Garcia, please.
I make a motion to approve a resolution waiving competitive bidding requirements and approving and authorizing a proposal from Vanderventor Engineering for repair work at 5 lift stations for the amount not to exceed $52,562.42.
We have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garcia. Can I get a second, please? Second from Alderperson Holloway. Any discussion on this item?
What was the reason why this wasn't put, these are the only people that work on this, or what?
We're under contract with them. So we have a maintenance contract with this company, so they service and inspect, and then make the recommendations, and then give us the bid for repair, and then we repair with them.
Yearly contract, or?
Building,
Yeah.
It is.
A yearly contract.
Perfect. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Darrow,
Aye.
Holloway,
Aye.
Zumwalt,
Aye.
Hughes,
Aye.
Garcia,
Aye.
Huffman,
Aye.
Kellenberger,
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Motion carries. Alderperson Garcia, please.
I make a motion to reject all bids for the heater replacement project.
I have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garcia. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Carroll seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Darrow,
Aye.
Sisson,
Aye.
Zumwalt,
Aye.
Huffman,
Aye.
Hughes,
Aye.
Holloway,
Aye.
Garcia,
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Alderperson Garcia, you're up again.
I make a motion to approve a change order for $97,193 to increase the cost of the water line project to upgrade the size of the water main from 8 inches to a 12-inch water main with Petersburg Plumbing Inc. on State Street.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garcia. Can I get a second, please?
Second it.
Alderperson Hughes seconds. And Bill or Adam, just want to explain this change really quick?
so a, citizen reached out, to several aldermen and asked, to consider putting a bigger water line under. The work was done, by the engineer to determine the difference. With the 8-inch line, be able to service about 1,500 gallons per minute out of a fire hydrant. With the 12-inch line, you'd be able to pull about 3,500 gallons per minute. So, it is a, significant, increase in flow. It is also a significant increase in price. But we did check the statute and we are good to approve this if the council so chooses. But this comes down to a, citizen request. The engineer feels that the 8-inch would serve, the area, but a 12-inch would serve it better, so it's up to you all.
In this particular instance, the person, they may have reached out to other people, they reached out to me to work at Max Fire Safety, and they've dealt with this kind of stuff for years, so they were experienced, and they raised their concern to me about adding other things on potentially down the line. Just while we're in there, why not get the max supply in case, so we don't have to do this again. That was,
I think that's a pretty good summary, and that sums it up pretty well. Is there any further discussion or questions about the upgrade? Roll call, please.
Hughes.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman. Sisson. Garrell.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Alright, motion carries. Alright, so now we'll need a motion to go into executive session. I'll let Mike read the reason why.
We're gonna go into executive session to discuss the appointment, employment compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, specific individuals, that's 5 ILCS 120/2, 2C1. And we're gonna discuss the, discussion of minutes, of a meeting lawfully closed under this act, whether for purposes of approval by the body, 5 ILCS 120/2, 2C21.
Perfect, so can I get a motion to go into executive session, please? Alderperson Zumwalt, the motion? A second from Alderperson Hughes. Roll call, please.
Huffman.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt. Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson. Hughes. Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are in executive session. Thank you, everyone.